Nightly Business Report.
Good evening. Tonight, the 4-year IMF-backed economic reform program in Sri Lanka is halfway through by March, and thanks to the sacrifices of the people and difficult changes, considerable progress has been made. According to Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority Chairperson Buddhika Hewawasam, the country is expected to see a 50% rise in visitor arrivals from 9 foreign markets this year. Continuing the momentum from yesterday, the Colombo Stock Exchange has a mixed performance on the second trading day of the week. And driven by Nvidia and Tesla, the S&P 500 surged to a 2-week high amid indications of a more measured approach to tariffs.
From Studio 24, here's Anuradhi Vikramasinghe.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. March marks the halfway point of Sri Lanka's 4-year economic reform program backed by the IMF. Over the past 2 years, the country has implemented challenging yet essential reforms, yielding significant progress driven by the commitment and sacrifices of its people.
Sri Lanka's economy has shown significant recovery, growing 5% in 2024 as key reforms supported by the IMF begin to take effect. Long queues of fuel, cooking gas and medicines have been disappeared and power outages are no longer scheduled. Inflation has been brought under control and tax revenues as a share of GDP have increased by more than 2/3. The government's primary balance has improved by nearly 6 percentage points, while debt relief from external creditors has eased the financial burden. Sri Lanka's credit rating was upgraded and domestic borrowing costs have sharply decreased. Despite the positive turnaround, citizens are still facing higher taxes and full utility costs, which are essential to sustain recovery. IMF Financial has played a crucial role in averting further economic collapse and providing a stable path forward.
Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe has warned the public about the risks of falling victim to fraudulent investment schemes, citing poor financial literacy as a primary factor. Speaking at an event on regulated financial technologies, he emphasized that deceptive schemes often exploit legal loopholes to deceive investors. Dr. Veerasinghe pointed out the rise in online scams, particularly those promoting high-return investments in agriculture, such as tree plantations and fruit farming. He cautioned that these could be fronts for pyramid schemes or illegal deposit-taking activities. The governor highlighted the dangers posed by low financial awareness, especially as Sri Lanka embraces digital financial services. To combat this, the central bank is launching financial education programs alongside digital initiatives to improve economic literacy. Sri Lanka is projected to see a 50% increase in tourist arrivals from 9 overseas markets this year, according to Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority Chairperson Buddhika Hewawasam.
Sri Lanka expects a 50% increase in tourist arrivals this year, driven by the launch of Global Tourism Promotion Campaign by the Sri Lankan Tourism Development Authority. The campaign, which is set to begin this month, targets 3 million arrivals and aims for a $5 billion revenue. Sri Lanka is focusing on 9 key source markets including India, China, Germany and the United Kingdom and France, with each expected to see a 50% in increased arrivals. The SLTDA also plans to expand its focus on emerging markets such as Australia, the Middle East and the Asia-Pacific region. Unlike previous campaigns, this initiative will not specifically target luxury or niche tourists, instead focusing on Sri Lanka's overall brand positioning. The SLTDA is using tools like Google Analytics to monitor the effectiveness of the campaign. While Sri Lanka missed its 2024 tourist target by 250,000 arrivals, it recorded a 53.2% increase in revenue from the previous year.
The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, Sri Lanka's premier business chamber, celebrates its 186th anniversary today, reflecting on its long-standing commitment to the nation's economic growth. Chairman Duminda Holangamo emphasized the chamber's dedication to putting Sri Lanka first in all its efforts, from policy advocacy to trade facilitation. Over the past year, the chamber has played a key role in supporting post-crisis recovery and attracting investment through high-level forums and global trade partnerships. The Ceylon Chamber continues to champion economic resilience and international trade, working towards sustainable business practices. Looking ahead, the Chamber aims to strengthen businesses and ensure Sri Lanka's prominent position in the global marketplace. It also extends gratitude to its members and partners for their ongoing collaboration. The Sri Lanka Export Development Board recently hosted the 25th Exporters Forum, providing a platform for exporters to address challenges and discuss solutions. The event attracted a wide range of stakeholders from the export industry.
The Sri Lankan Export Development Board recently hosted its 25th Exporters Forum, providing exporters with a platform to voice concerns and seek solutions. A total of 110 issues were raised, with 79 submitted by companies and 31 industries associations and trade chambers. Of these, 37 issues were prioritized for discussion, focusing on key topics to streamline export processes. Minister of Industries Honorable Sunil Handunhetty reaffirmed the government's commitment to supporting export growth and fostering collaboration between the public and private sectors. The forum was attended by several key officials, including Deputy Minister and senior representatives from the Ministry of Industries and the Export Development Board. The event also saw participation from various export sector representatives and private sector companies. The forum highlighted the government's dedication to enhancing Sri Lanka's export competitiveness and promoting sustainable growth in international market.
Let's take a short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. The Colombo Stock Exchange displayed a mixed performance on the second trading day of the week, continuing the momentum from yesterday. Both the All-Share Price Index and the S&P SL20 indices reflected varied results, signaling a day of fluctuating market activity. For further insights, we speak with Akna Tennakun from First Capital Holdings.
Thank you, Anuradhi. Today, the Colombo Stock Exchange saw a marginal downturn amid visible volatility in the market. The SPI ended the day in the red at 15,908, having registered a subtle downtick of about 4 points. The index climbed up during the early hours of today's session and showed an overall upward trend before heightened selling pressure settled in towards the end of the day, in turn pushing the index down. Selingco Holdings was a significant negative contributor to the SPI. LOLC, HNB, DFCC and DIP products also exerted noteworthy downward pressure on the index. Today, market turnover stood at 2.9 billion rupees, registering an increase from yesterday's level. However, this expansion was predominantly driven by market activity of high net worth investors. The banking sector was a top contributor to today's turnover, and this was followed by the capital goods sector and the food, beverage and tobacco sectors. Thank you.
The average weighted prime lending rate has risen slightly to 8.44% for the week ending March 21st, 2025, compared to 8.37% in the previous week. This increase reflects a slight upward trend in lending rates. Financial analysts anticipate that this change could have a modest impact on borrowing costs for businesses and consumers in the coming weeks. For further insights on this, we speak with Ranjan Ranatunga from First Capital Holdings.
Thank you, Anuradhi. The average weighted lending rate, or the AWPLR, recorded a slight increase during the week ended 21st March 2025 to 8.44 from 8.37 recorded during the previous week. The slight bump in AWPR was mainly attributed to the contraction that we saw in the market liquidity, which declined by 32.6 billion rupees to 155.9 billion rupees for the same weekend. Despite the slight increase in AWPLR during the week in concern, the AWPLR has been coming down since it hit a peak of 29.67 in November 2022. The downward adjustment in key policy rates, improvement in liquidity levels, and conclusion of debt restructuring were acted as critical milestones to bring down rates during the two current levels. The dip in AWPL and also the ease in inflation, pick up in key industries, and the revival in the economy also trickled down into improved lending, which saw private sector credit go up by 10% during last year to 8.1 trillion rupees. However, coming into 2025, in the month of January, we saw a small contraction in private sector credit by 4.6 billion, largely due to the excessive demand that we saw during December 2024 month, which totaled to 193 billion rupees. Meanwhile, with the belief that the lending rates have almost bottomed out, coupled with the significant levels of outstanding liquidity in the system, we believe AWPLR will hover around the same levels during the coming months as well. With that in mind, we believe the low interest rates are expected to trickle down to lending, and we believe that the unlocking of the economy, the other rest of the segments of lending will also get activated, and we believe that with that, private sector credit growth will reach about 12% for the year of 2025. Thank you.
Gold prices saw a slight increase in Asian trade today, staying below recent record highs as concern over U.S. President Donald Trump's planned trade tariffs eased. Spot gold rose 0.1% to $3,015.51 an ounce, while gold futures for May delivery increased by 0.1% to $3,048.05 per ounce. Despite the rise, demand for gold remained relatively high due to uncertainty over the tariffs that may be imposed by Trump's April 2nd deadline. Investors are also cautious ahead of several key economic reports expected later this week. Gold and other precious metals have retreated from recent peaks due to improving risk sentiment, following news that Trump's tariffs could be less severe than originally anticipated. However, a weak dollar prevented larger losses, keeping gold prices near their recent highs. Oil prices remained steady in Asian trading today following a more than 1% jump in the previous session. Brent oil futures for May were largely unchanged at $73.05 per barrel, while West Texas Intermediate crude futures stayed muted at $68.65 per barrel. Both contracts had risen 1.2% in the previous sessions after reports indicated U.S. President Donald Trump might take a more targeted approach to trade tariffs. Investors were cautious today as they weighed multiple factors affecting the oil market, including OPEC Plus plans to increase oil production. Tensions around U.S. brokered Russia-Ukraine peace talks also influenced market sentiments. Supply concerns persisted, especially with Trump's potential 25% tariffs on countries buying oil and gas from Venezuela. The Sri Lankan rupee has experienced further depreciation against the US dollar today, continuing its downward trend from yesterday. According to the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, both the buying and selling rates for the US dollar have risen. In addition, the rupee has also weakened slightly against a range of foreign currencies, including those of Gulf countries. Let's take a closer look at the rupee's performance against other major global currencies in today's market. A short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back. Kia has made a strong comeback to Sri Lanka's automotive market with the launch of the all-new Sonet compact SUV, sparking renewed excitement as automobile imports resume in the country. Kia Motors has re-entered Sri Lankan market with the launch of the all-new Sonet compact SUV, the first of 12 new SUV models to be introduced locally. The Sonet, designed to appeal to tech-savvy and locally connected consumers, boasts over 30 first-in-class features. Kia's chairman, Mr. Mahen Thambaya, highlighted the Sonet's modern design, dynamic driving experience and advanced technology, marking a new chapter for the brand in Sri Lanka. Powered by a 1.0T GDI turbocharged engine, the Sonet offers both automatic and semi-automatic transmission options for an enhanced driving experience. Powered by a 1.0T GDI turbocharged engine, the Sonet offers both automatic and semi-automatic transmission options for an enhanced driving experience. The vehicle's exterior features Kia's signature Tiger Nose grille and heartbeat LED lights, giving it a bold, premium appearance. Inside, the Sonet offers a spacious and ergonomic cabin, equipped with a 10.25-inch HD touchscreen, Bose audio system and advanced safety features. Kia Motors has represented the brand in Sri Lanka since 1996 and continues to be a leading player in the local automotive market. CargoServe Shipping Limited, a subsidiary of Saline Group, has partnered with Prima Ceylon to launch Sri Lanka's first comprehensive multimodal rail logistics solution. This collaboration aims to enhance supply chain efficiency and reduce environmental impact by utilizing rail-based reverse logistics. Nestle Lanka Limited is the first client to adopt the new rail logistics network, beginning shipments to multiple locations including Trincomalee, Jaffna and Kilinochchi. The rail solution, tested since January of 2021, offers advantages such as lower carbon emissions, cost efficiency and predictable delivery schedules. Saline Group's Chatura Lakindu emphasized the initiative's role in promoting eco-friendly logistics solutions. The partnership with Sri Lanka Railways has already reduced 2 million kilometers of truck movement annually, easing congestion and reducing fuel consumption. CBL Foods International won gold for Best In-House R&D at the National Industry Brand Excellence Awards, recognizing its innovative contributions to Sri Lanka's research and development sector.
CBL Foods International has been awarded gold for Best In-House Research and Development Unit at the National Industry Brand Excellence Awards. This recognition highlights CBLF's dedication to driving innovation and technological advancements within Sri Lanka's food industry. The company, known for its range of products like chocolates, biscuits and wafers, is committed to enhancing quality standards through continuous R&D efforts. Kamal Giganage, the CEO of CBLF, emphasized that innovation is central to the company's success, reflecting their focus on meeting both local and international standards. The award acknowledges CBLF's contributions to product innovation, quality enhancement and sustainable manufacturing practices. As part of its future growth plans, CBLF is set to expand its R&D capabilities with the creation of state-of-the-art laboratories. This initiative aims to accelerate product development and enhance the company's competitiveness in global markets.
INSEE Cement has partnered with the Institute of Supply and Materials Management to enhance Sri Lanka's supply chain sector. The Memorandum of Understanding was signed by INSEE COO Thusit Gunawarnasuriya and ISMM President Jayantha Galleheva, marking the beginning of a strategic collaboration. The partnership aims to bridge the gap between industry and academia, proving students and professionals with valuable skills and expertise in supply chain management. INSEE will share its industry knowledge with ISMM students while benefiting from ISMM's specialized training programs for its employees. The collaboration also offers internships, job placements and practical development opportunities for students. Both organizations are committed to strengthening supply chain management capabilities, contributing to the country's economic growth and global competitiveness. Infinix, a top smartphone brand in Sri Lanka, has revealed its latest innovation, the Hot 50 Pro Plus series, following a remarkable 10x sales growth over the past year.
Infinix has launched its new Hot 50 Pro Plus series, a sleek and powerful smartphone designed to redefine durability and style. With a remarkable 6.8mm ultra-slim design, it features the world's slimmest 3D curved slim edge design for enhanced portability and aesthetics. The Hot 50 Pro Plus series is available for 69,999 rupees at showrooms and authorized dealers, as well as online through buyerbarnes.com. Weighing just 162 grams, it is the lightest smartphone in its class, ensuring an effortless user experience. The device is backed by Corning Gorilla Glass, offering 2x scratch resistance and IP54 rated dust and splash protection. The series also comes with AI-powered tools such as AI Eraser, AI Cutout and AI Voice Capture to boost creativity and productivity. Infinix country head Mohammad Shazeb Arthur emphasized that the Hot 50 Pro Plus series balances style with durability, making it an ideal choice for users seeking both form and function.
Asus has launched a new lineup of AI-powered laptops, including the VivoBook 14 Flip, ZenBook Duo and ZenBook 14, featuring the latest Intel Core Ultra series processors with integrated neural processing units. These laptops offer versatile performance for professionals, students and creators, delivering up to 47 TOPS of AI processing power. The VivoBook 14 Flip, priced at 551,490 rupees at ultra thin at just 1.1 centimeters and offers multiple usage modes, including laptop, tent, and tablet orientations. The ZenBook Duo, starting at 789,980 rupees, features a dual OLED touchscreen display and is powered by an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor with 32 GB of RAM. The ZenBook 14, priced at 472,990 rupees, provides high-speed performance with an Intel Core Ultra 5 processor and a 16:10 OLED display for immersive visuals. All three models are available at Asus exclusive stores and selected multi-brand stores across Sri Lanka. Let's take a short commercial break. Global business updates coming on the other side. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Most Asian stocks rose today, extending recent gains amid expectations that US President Donald Trump's tariff agenda will be less severe than anticipated. Japan's Nikkei 225 index led the region, rising 0.7% thanks to strong performance from export-oriented stocks and a weaker yen. However, Chinese markets diverged, with Hong Kong's Hang Seng index falling 2% due to profit-taking in technology stocks following a strong rally this year. South Korea's Kospi also lagged, dropping 0.3% despite strong gains in Hyundai Motors after it announced a $21 billion investment plan in the US. Shanghai's Shenzhen CSI 300 and Shanghai Composite indexes saw modest declines of 0.2% and 0.1% respectively. Overall, while most Asian markets performed well, Hong Kong was the worst performer in the region. The S&P 500 rose sharply to end at its highest in over 2 weeks, lifted by Nvidia and Tesla following signs that the Trump administration might take a more measured approach on tariffs against U.S. trading partners.
Wall Street's main indexes ended sharply higher on Monday, with the Dow gaining about 1.4%, the S&P 500 climbing 1.75%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq soaring more than 2.25%. President Trump on Monday indicated that not all of his threatened tariffs would be imposed on April 2nd, a move Wall Street took as a sign of flexibility on the matter that has roiled markets for weeks. Investors scooped up battered technology shares, with Nvidia rallying over 3% and advanced micro devices jumping roughly 7%. Shares of Tesla surged almost 12% in its biggest one-day gain since early November, recovering some of its recent steep decline. And crypto stocks rallied with a 4% rise in Bitcoin prices, with MicroStrategy surging more than 10% and Coinbase adding almost 7%.
Chinese electric vehicle maker BYD's net profit leaped 73% in the fourth quarter of 2024 to a record $2.1 billion, reaping the rewards of lower prices and higher sales than rivals.
Chinese electric vehicle maker BYD said Monday its net profit jumped 73% in the fourth quarter of 2024 to a record $2.1 billion. The car company continues to benefit from lower prices and higher sales than rivals. Revenue rose nearly 53% according to a stock market filing. For all of 2024, profit climbed 34% to $5.6 billion. BYD shares in Hong Kong have risen by 51% year to date and are currently slightly off an all-time high reached last week. The Chinese EV champion overtook Volkswagen to lead China's car sales in 2024. It has continued to roll out cheaper models, contributing to the deepening of a brutal 2-year price war in the world's largest auto market. BYD has also roiled the market in recent weeks by unveiling a new supercharging EV technology platform and announcing that it will offer smart driving features on most of its lineup at no extra charge. The Warren Buffett-backed automaker said earlier this month it had raised about $5.6 billion in a primary share sale that was increased in size, with proceeds to be invested in research and development and expanding overseas, among other purposes. Reuters has reported that BYD is considering Germany for a possible third international plant in Europe. Its overseas shipments jumped 71.9% last year to make up 10% of overall car sales.
That's all from us on the Nightly Business Report for today. We'll see you again tomorrow with the latest updates across the business globe. Till then, I'm Anuradhi Vikramasinghe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.